Hey Scorpio, Dark Dove Tarot here. Last but certainly not least, I don't think you guys have ever been last. Anyways, I'm a little stuffed up and my son has been under the weather as well. So if you hear some coughing from the other room, he's in his happy place watching movies. But I am stuffed up as well. So hopefully you can bear with me and we'll get started here shortly. Now, as you know, I pre-shuffle, but I'd like to add a little more energy to the cards before we get started. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for November 2018. Any likes, subscribes, comments, etc. are greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is in the description below. And keep that in mind, please. The information is posted in the description below. If for some reason I forgot to post it on one video, it'll be on another video. But I get emails regularly asking when or how to get a private read, and the information is down below with the PayPal link. So, anyways, all right. So, Scorpio, this is a general read, so please keep that in mind. Check your other signs. Sun, Moon is rising. Sun, Moon, and Rising. As some months, those may resonate with you more than others. Oh, November. I can't believe it's November already. Scorpio. What have we got in store for you? All right, for my 10-card spread here, I use the Deviant Moon Tarot deck. And for my clarifying cards and the theme of the month card, I use the 8-coin tattoo tarot deck, which is new, out, I think, maybe less than 6 or 8 months, and I'm really enjoying it. Anyways, let's see what is going on for Scorpio for November 2018. Also, any cross-watchers are more than welcome to cross-watch. As I said last month, the only thing I just don't tolerate or don't like is if you're totally bashing on that sign, because this is their read. All right, so Scorpio, let's see what's going on. I'm going to pull a theme of the month card and we will get started. Oh, if this is the first time to my channel, this spread is about love and anybody looking to reconcile. So this is for singles, anybody looking for love, and anybody who's interested in reconciliation. I do not do couples right now. Whoa. I'm working on that possibly for next year. I was just going to take one, but I might as well take two because it can't get much better than that. So again, this is not a couples read. This is for singles and anybody looking to reconcile. So again, I will see what I can do next year regarding couples. But right now, the people who order private reads, etc., are generally looking to reconcile or single, wanting to know about their love life or what's coming in. All right, so Scorpio, your theme of the month couldn't get any better than this. I kept both of them because one slid off the table and the other one landed right there. You have the Star and you have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is joy, it's peace, it's family, and the Star is hope, faith, inspiration, keeping the faith alive. And the Star card is also Aquarius's card, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius. But Scorpio, this is beautiful. It couldn't get any better having a theme of the month like this. If you're single, this definitely says that you're shooting for the stars, that you are open to what's out there, that you're looking for something much bigger than yourself. Whether you want to, get married, have kids, have a white picket fence and 3 dogs and whatever it is for you. Some people just want a partner to travel the world with. Whatever your value is, whatever you're looking for, you are full steam ahead. And I don't know if it's something to do with the holidays here in the U.S., but I know at this time of the year, generally around, September, October, November, December, towards the fall, I see people have a heightened sense of going for what they want or really acknowledging what it is they're missing or what they feel like they want. So if you're single, I feel like you're really embracing all aspects of where you truly see yourself going. You could be dating already and having met somebody that inspires you to embrace that even more. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, there's faith here too. There's hope here. Like, this was a person who was a really big connection for you. This wasn't just blasé. And obviously, most people who are watching are like, hey, Dark Dove, it's not, blasé for any of us. And I don't think that at all. But this is like a connection beyond connections. This is somebody that you, like, saw yourself spending the rest of your life with. And this month, it feels like you're at a place again where you can encompass that or you can embrace that with this person. The next card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is an excellent card. This is charming, daring, energetic, confident, enthusiastic. So if you're single, you are charging in this month going, hey, I'm going to date, I'm going to have fun, I'm going to meet new people. If you have met a couple people, you're dating a few people consistently, and you're like, hey, I'm going to, you know, charm the socks off them, or they're charming the socks off of me. But the Knight of Wands is definitely a good place to be. This is, you know, ready to charge ahead. And it's so weird because at the beginning of your read, I was going to say there's something different here, Scorpio, a different type of energy. The past year for you guys has been like telling a story, right? You had bricks that needed to be removed and walls that needed to be removed, and then you were moving in this upward, you know, this upward cycle. And now all of a sudden, it's interesting. I kept thinking, what is it about Scorpio that I'm feeling so intrigued about? What is it about Scorpio that I'm feeling so different about this month? And it's like you popped out of your shell. You're not a Cancer, I get that. So you don't necessarily have a shell, but you do to a certain extent. And it's like you're like, everything's coming off. We're leaps and bounds. We're going for it. So if you're single, I definitely feel like you've either met somebody, a couple people, or you're going to be meeting people because you're just embracing this faith and hope that something good is coming your way. Like you're tired of waiting, you're tired of being somber, you're ready for it to go. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. This is you like going to get them or bettering yourself so they'll start seeing the changes you're making. And this also may be that they came towards you as this. They're like knight in shining armor. They're, you know, coming at you going, hey, I'm really thinking we should do this. What have we been doing? I'd really like to build upon it. I mean, I'm literally sitting here like, blah, 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 because I feel like there's so much to it. And if you don't feel that way, again, this is a general read, so check your other signs. But if you don't feel that way, I feel like that energy is encroaching on you. And I feel like some of you can feel that it's encroaching, but you might be in denial because you're used to like, I'm not this full burst of, you know, here we go, showboating, you know, you get my point. The next card you have is your current feelings coming to the month. So anything internal you're feeling coming in. And you have the Three of Cups, which is celebration, it's parties, it's having a good time, it's embracing new opportunities, meeting new people. So if you're single, you're definitely thinking in your head, okay, I don't have to find the one, even though this is on your mind, and that's pretty much the one if that's what you're looking for. Some of you are like, hey, I just want to date somebody exclusively. I don't necessarily need the one, but a majority of you are looking for that person. Again, Three of Cups is about parties, celebration, and friendship. So if you're single, you're definitely going to be feeling like you want to go to those holiday parties, or you want to get out there and meet people. You want to embrace just dating in general. You're like, you know, I've been sitting back. I haven't been letting go. Now's my time to shine. The only other thing to be careful with here is that you want to make sure if you are looking for something in particular, if you're looking for something serious, it's not presented as a third party situation. It's not presented as I'm dating this person, and this person, and they're all thinking that I'm exclusive with them or that I'm only dating them, because you could get into a sticky situation with that. But I don't feel like that for the majority of you. For the majority of you, I think like it's just, hey, I'm gonna go have fun. I'm gonna embrace dating. I don't need it to be the love of my life right this second. I just am enjoying going and having dinner and meeting new people. If you're looking to reconcile, this is something you do want to be careful with. You want to make sure that there is no third party involved with you or this other person. I don't see that for you either. I feel this is more of a celebration or party of the fact that you guys are communicating. You might be presenting this type of energy again where you guys could get back together. A lot of people associate the Three of Cups with a third party situation, but the actual definition is celebration, party, friendship. So if you're looking to reconcile, I feel like there is like a friendship blooming again between the two of you. Like you're just excited. Like if you do talk or if you do text or if you start to, a lot of you are going to say, well, we're not talking at all. Well, again, that could be coming. But when you do, it's going to be this kind of giddy, childish, pit of your stomach butterflies feeling. The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout childhood. I always read this together whether you're single or looking to reconcile, because this is something that the universe is telling you to watch out for, or something that the universe is reminding you to continue to carry on throughout your dating or throughout your love life and legacy. And you have the Five of Coins. So this definitely tells me whether you're single or looking to reconcile, there has been some loss, some devastation, some destitution, some poverty. So the immediate instinct I get from this is that when you were young, there was some sort of loss, either a loss of a parent, a grandparent, but even even to go off of that, and I'm not going to go over every scenario I'm feeling right now, but I'm feeling a lot of scenarios, which I'm happy to see all of this energy because I don't want this weighing in. And I think that's why the universe is saying, don't let this become your future. This is parents getting divorced. This is a lot of you actually being in poverty, like living in cars or having a really rough life, the electricity getting shut off. I don't know. I feel like for a lot of you, this is childhood, like abuse, maybe not even you, but abuse, you know, watching parents get abused, or it could be abuse that you suffered, abandonment issues, a lot of things that could tie into your love life. And the universe is saying, don't, okay? Like, you lived it. You had that journey. You had the emotions. You had the sadness. You had the grief. You've mourned the loss. Don't allow that to continue to come in. Because Scorpio, as a water sign, you feel very strongly. And memories come in that still grip and hold us and make us have that clenching stomach and make us, you know, take in that deep breath and you know, sob sometimes uncontrollably. And the Five of Pentacles is saying, don't do that. Reach for the stars. You have so much to look forward to. So if you had abandonment issues, or if you always swore, you know, I'll never fall in love because I don't want to go through what I saw my parents go through, or I don't want to go through what I went through before. Some of you, this is personal. Don't let this ruin this month, because there's so much more to it. There's really so much more to this month going on for you guys. So keep the past in the past and focus on the present. The next card you have is your immediate past, or the past few weeks, past month or so. And that makes perfect sense. Get rid of this. The world is a completion. It's saying, okay, I'm ending a cycle. This cycle of negativity, this cycle of worry, this cycle of abandonment issues, this cycle of abuse issues, whatever it is for you, it's not forgotten entirely. The scar will always be there. We can never completely erase our scars, no matter how hard we try. But the world is saying, succeed. Here we go. Here's the completion on this cycle. You are not going to follow in those footsteps. You are not going to be an abuser. You are not going to allow yourself to be abused. You are not going to allow abandonment to instill abandonment in you so that you're running off from other people. The world is saying, this is satisfaction. It's abundance. Everything is, it's the oyster in your hand. It's the world is your oyster, and enjoy it, embrace it. So the past few weeks, past month or two, I feel like you've been steadily putting yourself in a place where you're going, what do I want? And why the fuck do I care what anybody else thinks, or what am I closed off? It's like this wall you've had up the entire year. You're busting down bricks going, I don't give a crap. What have I got to lose? Nothing. Because I haven't gotten what I want. So where am I going with this? If you're single, this is you saying, screw it. If you haven't been dating, if you haven't been talking to people, you are all up in it. You are all like, I am jalapeno business, because I am going to meet good people. I'm going to meet the one. If you want the one, I'm going to meet, you know, I'm going to have exciting adventures the next few months. I feel like this is going to be a blast, Scorpio. The next couple of months are going to be really good for you if you're single. If you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. I feel like some of these past issues have led to some of these areas for you. Now, a lot of you are dealing with people who have these issues themselves. In fact, you have somebody who's watching you very closely right now. Somebody who's watching your social media or whatever. And not, yes, it could be a little stalkery, but oh my God, come on, let's face it. Who has not looked up their high school sweetheart on Facebook and see how many kids and whatever? So let's all be real right now. But the World card is saying, hey, you know what? This is your opportunity. This is accomplishment. And the past few weeks or month or so, I think that you've gotten to the point where you're like, if this is the person I want to be with, or if they really want to be with me, like, let's go for it. Let's end this cycle of bullshit. This is a cycle that's been going round and round and round. And I don't know if you know the Scorpio planets right now and what's going on with the Scorpio moon and all of that. So it's very interesting, because this is your time to shine, or your time to destruct. And Scorpio, I don't feel like you're destructing at all. I feel like you're this giant beam of light. The world is saying, look, if you want to reconcile with this person, okay, stop the bickering, stop the fighting. It's like you fight, you break up, you fight, you break up. Stop that cycle. Let's move on from that. Let's say, hey, where were we headed? Love you 2K. Bye. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few weeks, next month or two, actually the next month or two. this is the next few weeks. Justice, you have Libra's card. So you may be dealing with the Libra here. So you have Libra and Aquarius energy. You have a lot of energy. You have water energy. Anyways, but justice is about absolutes. It's about cause and effect. So whatever you do this month, okay, whatever you do the next few months, the next few weeks, is going to align where your future goes. Justice is a good card. It's meditating. It's looking back, but it's embracing the good and forgetting the bad. So justice is saying, look, if I want this and I go for it, I'm going to get it. If you're single, whatever you do here, coming and charming and energetic and daring, will result in what you get here. So there's a lot of things that could be said though here, Scorpio, because it could heed a warning. Be careful of having too much fun. Be careful of third-party situations. Be careful. If this is what you want, okay, regardless of what it is for you, everybody's something different. Some people want to get married. Some people want to have kids, etc. Whatever it is you want, this month plays a big, big deal into the next few months. Whatever you do for the rest of this year is going to affect how next year comes towards you, what you get handed next year. Now, I strongly feel that these cards, the reason 2 popped out, which you're the only sign this month that 2 popped out, and I kept 2. Well, I had a couple where a plethora fell out, but you know, I don't have an hour and a half to go over every single card that pops out. But these right here tell me that this cause and effect is extending through the end of this year. And whatever your choices are now, really reflect on what you're going to see next year. Now, I am in December going to do yearly predictions for 2019, but I feel like your story is starting right now, like way faster than a lot of others, but in a good way. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. Whatever behaviors you and your, ex, I almost said significant other, so it feels that close to me. Whatever you and your ex portray the next few weeks, next month or 2 towards each other is what you get. Now, it feels very positive, but I feel like this is kind of a warning from the Justice card, and we'll clarify that like I always do. But this is a warning that be good to each other if you want to be together. If you don't want to be together, stop the bullshit and cut each other off. There's a lot of different things here, but again, Justice is saying, here you go. What you do here is going to affect what happens for the next couple of months. All right, the next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks and throughout the month of November. Now, interesting, you have the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is abandonment, retreat, but it's also travel. So a lot of you could be traveling. If you're single, I feel like you're abandoning this type of mentality and you're embracing, you're breaking down those walls that we've talked about the past couple of months, and you're just going for it. And usually I would say this is leaving somebody or leaving a situation, but I feel like you're abandoning your inhibitions and going, what? Like, let's go to the hot springs and skinny dip, or I don't know, that might be a little too much, but you know what I mean? This is like you going, well, why can't I take a road trip for Thanksgiving? Or why I can't, you get my point. This is more of a traveling, having fun, experiencing life with or without somebody else. But this is like you doing you and doing what you want to do and enjoying yourself throughout it. If you're looking to reconcile, this is abandonment, retreat, and travel as well. But I don't feel like normally I would be like, oh, somebody's leaving, and it could be somebody's leaving and then somebody's coming back. I feel like you guys have left each other, come back, left each other and come back, that you're trying to break this cycle. But for whatever reason, Scorpio, I'm not feeling this as normally I would feel like, oh, somebody's leaving you or you're leaving them. I feel like this is you guys are leaving shit behind and saying, hey, like, I'm done with this. We've completed this cycle. We either are going to be with each other or we're not. You're putting your foot down this month. You're saying, no, we're not doing this again. We're leaving old habits and we're coming into the new. The next card you have is any situation that's going to take place throughout the month of November. Could be the beginning or middle, end, but this is a tangible situation. Now, you have Temperance here. This is about balance. This is about patience. This is Sagittarius as well. So you've got Sagittarius showing up, Libra showing up, and Aquarius. But this is saying, this is a balance. This is moderation. So again, and patience. So if you're single, this is saying, okay, go out and have fun. Do what you want to do. But again, in moderation. Have a balance about it. I know you're gung-ho, or you might, again, feel this like wild hair where you're like, yes, I'm going to do it. But at the same time, be very cautious, be very careful. Because you don't want to end up in a situation where you're not presenting what you really want. Because a lot of times we, not just Scorpios, every sign can put off a vibe that people can take a different way. You really need to focus this month on what do you want and go for that. Temperance is saying, but being balanced about it, okay? Don't give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Don't go off the deep end as far as it comes, because I feel like right here, there's going to be a situation where somebody's like, oh, gung-ho, let's do this, let's hang out, let's get crazy, and you're going to be like, wait a minute, I don't really want to get crazy. I want to get crazy in love. I want to get crazy and have fun. I don't necessarily want to, like, get that kind of crazy. So just bear in mind, you might be presented with some situation where you're like, whoop, wait a minute, let me patiently take a step back from this situation. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is saying patience. Like, it's not going to happen overnight. You guys have the ability to get what you want. I think I've only had like 3 signs this month that had positive reconciliation, and you guys have it for sure. But this is also a balance. This is saying whatever wasn't working before needs to be worked on. This isn't a situation where all of a sudden things are going to happen overnight and boom, you're right back where you left off. When you break up, things need to be discussed. Things need to be fixed. You can move into the lust. You can move into the you know, oh, I'm celebrating, we're talking, we're having a good time, hey. But this is saying, okay, I got it. We're going to talk. We're going to communicate. But let's take it slow. Are we still aiming for this? Or what are we looking at here? What are we doing the next couple of months? Where are we going? The next card you have is anything internal throughout the month you're going to be feeling. And you have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is on top of the world. This is a businessman. I'm sorry, I'm totally stuffed up. And it keeps like... all right, so the King of Pentacles is a stability. This is a traditional person. This is somebody who is business-like, has their ducks in a row. And this is an internal card. So if you're single, this is what you're looking for. You're looking for, yeah, you want to have fun, you want to let loose. But at the end of the day, you're looking for your prince or princess. I don't apply sex to the cards at all. But the King of Pentacles is somebody who's saying, hey, you know, I want stability, but I want to have fun. This is somebody who has the full package, right? And this is how you're feeling this month. You're going to be going, I want somebody who I can have the joyous moments, but also somebody that you could build a family with if you wanted to. You could build a house with if you wanted to. This is no joke, Scorpio. This is you guys saying, all right, like this year's been up and down and walls breaking down and back and forth. I'm ready. I'm ready for the real deal. And the King of Pentacles is the real deal. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is similar, but this is you putting that expectation on yourself or putting it on the other person or vice versa. This is saying that you both need to be presenting yourself as the king. You both need to be stable. You both need to be confident. You both need to know what it is you want. You know what you want. Do they know what they want? So that's when the hard talks come in. That's where this patience and balance comes in. I really feel like, though, that somebody wasn't really fully grown up and now they're getting there. So it could be you, it could be them. I feel like it's them, but I feel like Scorpio, your energy is here. You know what you want. It's like you're an old soul. You could be 19 and watching this video and still resonate as an old soul. Somebody who's just kind of always known what they want. Maybe didn't have the tools to get there. Maybe didn't have the maturity to get there necessarily. But now you are, and you're thinking on a scale that's up here, which is really good, which is where you should have been thinking for a long time. The next card you have are your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. And you have the Magician. Aww, and that couldn't be any better. The Magician is somebody who has connections, but also patient, very similar to Temperance. The Magician is somebody who can manifest anything they want, okay? This guy's turning water into wine or wine into water, whatever you prefer. And the Magician is somebody who goes out and gets what they want. But they're also internalizing and putting out in the universe what they want. So if you're single, you're representing what you want. And in turn, attracting what you want back. So if you're looking for a major relationship, you are projecting that and getting it back. If you're looking for somebody just to hang out and have a good time with, that's what you're projecting and getting back. But again, this is internal. This is hopes and fears. The Magician is a hope that whatever you want can come true. A wish can be granted. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is very similar. This is a connection that has not been lost. This is a connection that is congruent, that is still very much on point, still very much, I think of this like current of electricity, still there, still going. What are you going to do with it? The Magician can do whatever they want with it. So you really need to take heed on what you're expecting out of this relationship. The next card you have is your outcome for the month. And you have the Lovers. Okay, well, we can end the reading. I'll see you guys. No, I'm just kidding. You have the Lovers. The Lovers is obviously about love. It's about duality. It's about an attraction. It's about a chemistry. It's about a connection. You have a connection and a connection. If you're single, there's somebody coming in. There may be a few people that you're dealing with right now, but for the majority of you, I think that this Knight coming in is definitely somebody you could see yourself with. And if you haven't met them, they're presenting themselves pretty soon. Because again, like I said when I began the read, you may have already met one or two people that you think you could go the distance with. The Lovers card is your outcome after the Magician. I really don't know that it could get much better than that, unless the Two of Cups pops out as a clarifier. The Lovers card, and no, like 6 cards just popped out, so no luck on the Two of Cups right there, right? But the Lovers card is beautiful. If you're single, this is definitely getting to a point of meeting somebody and having that duality, having that connection. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. The only thing I'm going to say for reconciliation is make sure that this is a love and not a lust, because you'll have time for the lust, okay? You will have time for a lustful energy. Now, you have Gemini here. It's very interesting. You have Gemini, Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius, Libra, and Aquarius. But what's funny is you have every air sign here. So, yeah, you might be dealing with an air sign. All right, so you've got clarifying, like I was saying, for anybody looking to reconcile. The Lovers is a beautiful card. It means reconciliation is very much a possibility. The only message I always heed when I see the Lovers card for reconciliation is a lot of people put that lust, that physical attraction, in the binds, and make sure all of your other ducks are in a row. Make sure that you're working on the things that are making that. You know what? Bullshit, Scorpio. I'm retracting that to a certain extent, because when I see the Star card and the 10 of Cups and the Lovers, this is saying you fucking love each other. And you may say, hey, you know what, Dark Dove? They won't talk to me. Or I won't talk to them. Yeah, that's not going to continue. Something will happen because with all of this going on, no. The Chariot is your clarifying card for the Lovers, for your outcome. The Chariot is Cancer's card. We got all sorts of people showing up here. But the Chariot is 2 people moving in the same direction. If both horses aren't on the same path, the Chariot stands still and you get stagnation. If they're moving in the same direction, then you can move flawlessly and you can begin a life together. If you're single, this definitely means you're meeting somebody who's moving in the same direction. You're meeting somebody who's moving the same life path, same direction you are. The Chariot card is about self-identification. It's about knowing who you are. It's about having a self-awareness, okay? So, and it's Cancer's card, again, which is another water sign. So you might be dealing with another water sign. But the fact that the Chariot showed up here makes me feel like they're opening the door and saying, your ride awaits, my lady or my, gentleman. So I think this is a very good clarifying card for the Lovers. If you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. For freaking once, are you guys on the same page? What? Could you possibly be? Could somebody have matured and been like, well, we talked about moving in together. We talked about getting married. And I wasn't there, but now I'm there, and now we can move together. So I really feel like maybe for the first time in a long time, you're on the same page. Again, I don't feel like there's a lack of love here. There's definitely not. It's just you can't do this circle jerk of fighting, making up, fighting, breaking up, fighting. It doesn't work. You're not getting anywhere. And eventually there's resentment built, and then it becomes anger, and then the whole thing blows up. So are you finally on the same page? Now, your clarifying card right here, very interesting, for the Justice card, Libra's card, is the Knight of Wands. Don't you find that interesting? Is that the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Wands? So, if you're single, here you go. Charming, romancing, feeling confident, charging in, or they are doing the same thing. They're being charming. I feel like it's a reflective energy between both of you. I feel like the cause and effect I was talking about here is coming to fruition. There's going to be a passion and an excitement and enthusiasm between the two of you. And I think it's just going to build into, how could I not move forward with this person? How could we not embrace each other? Now, what's weird about this is I feel like there may be a few people that are interested in your time, but some of them are like third party situations, not in a bad way. Some of them are like, oh yeah, hey Scorpio, I really like you, but you know they're talking to 20 other people. So you've got your eye on the prize. You've got your eye on this person who's acting like the knight, and you may be giving them a run for their money a little bit, not in a bad way, but kind of like, hey, you know, if you want to be with me, you're going to have to work for it a little bit, because I've had some bad experiences, and I need to know that you're not wanting this type of situation, that you're not, you know, playing the field. I need to know that there's somebody out there who's riding that chariot with me or wants to. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, same thing. I feel like it's going to be, I just lost that word I wanted to say. Impossible, which is not a hard word. I don't know why I lost it. It's going to be impossible for either you to stay away from them or them to stay away from you, but it's a magnetic energy. Like, you're not talking right now, or if you are, it's like a text message that says, hey, how are you? And you're like, good. And they're like, okay. It like, or you're like, I miss you. And they're like, I miss you. Or the next day, they're like, I love you. You're like, I love you. So you're not like fully on this chariot yet, but you're at the point where you're both like, I love you so much, but I don't know how to tell you, and I don't want to be the person to do it because I don't want to be vulnerable. And what if they don't love me as much as I love them? And yet they're bursting at the seams in the other way going, when are we having babies? So I don't know, Scorpio. I'm not trying to laugh, but it feels silly a little bit to me because, for some of you, I'm sure, it's like you're going to be like sending me a message like they cheated and they stole my money, and I get it. I totally get it. But be lighthearted this month because that's what's coming in. And I know it could be easier said than done, but seriously, like, take everything with a grain of salt, except for the fact that you have this giant heart throb love for this person, and they do you too. So when you get there, you can thank me later. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm really not, but I am. I think it's going to be an amazing month for you, Scorpio. Cancer had one of their best months this month, and I think this is going to be one of your best months as well. So I will see you in December. Happy November.